series of woes. This is danger, and it's a try under the post. Mala, another drop by two. Gasly is in. And away goes Langland's only going to catch him. The line must be in on the back of the post. Drop the ball into the corner.
In rugby league, the chance to play test matches against Great Britain remains the most sought-after international goal for Australian players, who dramatically turned the superiority England had enjoyed for the first half-century into a situation of sheer dominance of their own. The seeds were sown the day when Ron Roberts scored the most famous try in Test rugby league, laying the stones for an unforgettable path to glory. The stands at the Sydney Cricket Ground were full by 9 o'clock on the morning of Saturday, July 22, 1950. It was the third Test day at the end of a brute of a week in Sydney in which it rained and rained and rained. Britain had won the first Test 6-4 and Australia the second 15-3 in Brisbane. Workmen had done their best to win the battle against the weather, dumping 40 tonnes of sand on the Sydney Cricket Ground to try and soak up the water. In dreadful conditions, 47,178 fans saw a contest as stirring and close as any in Test history. The critical moment came in the 65th minute with the teams deadlocked at 2-all. After some slick passing, a classic overlap situation was created in the Australian backline. On it went to big Ron Roberts, who safely captured the mud-splattered ball and raced with giant strides to score with a great dive in front of the old Sheridan stand. Australia maintained that lead 5-2, and at full time, the emotions spilled over as thousands of hats flew in the air. That try was to kickstart Australian Rugby League on its journey to glory. Australia had won the Ashes for the first time in 30 years. Clive Churchill, Australia's captain that day, Vic Hay, the coach, and Roberts were heroes. And the crowd waited long after the game outside the dressing rooms to cheer a day they would never forget. The Ashes trophy fluctuated back and forth between England and Australia after the epic win of 1950. There were some bumpy days in Australian Rugby League's path to glory. But in 1957, the World Cup came to Australia for the first time. Dick Poole, a popular character and fine centre with the Newtown club, captained the Aussies throughout their campaign. For the big match against Great Britain, the team selectors swapped players like chess pieces. The great backline all-rounder Brian Carlson became a makeshift fullback. Ken McCaffrey went from half-back to centre, and Brian Clay from lock to 5'8". But for all the changes, it was a winning formula. The Australians went on to thrash Great Britain 31 points to 6, with McCaffrey scoring 2 tries.
Shot out, now it goes to Clay. Clay tries to barge his way through, very close to him. Australia pressing all the time. Watch this run of McCaffrey's, a beautiful try. Ken McCaffrey I'm sure, didn't even know himself that he'd got through so smoothly and quickly then as he placed the ball down. Australia leading 5 points to 2. Great Britain have it. Goes back now to Harris. That's Harris, the hooker. Nuckety little figure and a very hard-running player. Now Carlson has a penalty kick. This time the flags are up. Another 2 points to Australia. Australia leading 7 points to 4. There's the ball taken by O'Shea. See, he gets right up off the ground. Back to Provan again. Provan always backing up. Provan dummies and cuts through. A very hard man to bring down. He's looking for support here. He shoots it out to Davies. Davies is running for the line here. A nice pass out now. Out it goes and back to O'Shea again. O'Shea, who started the movement, scores for Australia. The crowd wild with excitement on the hill. There's Carlson's kick. Australia leading 10 points to 4. Australia hammering the Great Britain line now. Out it goes to Clay. Clay puts his head down. Oh, he's a tough customer. Tries to barge through. Players bouncing off him. Gets to his feet. Plays it back again. Out it goes now to O'Shea. O'Shea to Provan again. Provan runs into Boston and Boston drags him down to the ground. They play it again. This time to Davies. Davies outside to McCaffrey. McCaffrey to Clay. Clay lets it out to Poole. Poole's flying. He's got Moyer coming inside him. Flicks the pass to Moyer, but Moyer can't handle it. Now Great Britain have gained possession. Trying to zigzag his way through is Sullivan. He's brought down. Now it goes out to Grundy. Grundy lets us out into Jones. Jones flick pass back towards Stevenson. Doesn't come off. Picked up by Wells. Wells flies from the line and Wells goes in for Australia. Through and over the Australian line. Carlson picks it up. Now Carlson puts on the pace. He's going to run this ball out rather than kick. Won't give away possession. He flies for the line. Gets his kick in too. It goes back into Great Britain territory. A speculating kick then goes into touch. Now it goes up and racing for the line. Here's Moyer, who picked the ball up beautifully, and Moyer goes in for another try for Australia. And Australia are putting the issue completely beyond doubt. Australia leading now by 31 points to 6. Australia 31, Great Britain 6.
The British team had been rated the best to ever visit Australia, an indication of the quality of the Australian victory. At the time of the World Cup in 1957, the famous English commentator Eddie Waring predicted that the Great Britain side would beat any other in the world by 10 points. Waring's prediction was 12 months premature. Britain bombed out of the Cup but came back with a vengeance in 1958 to turn the tables. The Britons of '58 were led by one of the most respected prop forwards of post-war football, Alan Prescott. Australia, under the leadership of Brian Davies, whipped them in the first test, but in a do-or-die second test in Brisbane, the tourists hung on against all odds to win by 25 points to 18. The signs were there of a growing English dominance, and the point was rammed home spectacularly in this, the third test in Sydney. Winger Mick Sullivan scored 3 tries. Eric Fraser kicked 8 goals as the British ran riot, winning by 40 points to 17.
Again, he shoots it wide, out to O'Shea. O'Shea bursts out of one tackle. They get him round the ankles, back to Holman. Holman puts his head down like a fire eater and goes straight into the forwards, but he's caught. Out to Mossop now. Mossop onto Hayward. Here's a nice run. Hayward steps off his foot, goes hurtling down the centre of the field, over the halfway mark, looking for support. Gets his pass outside. Out it goes to Wells. Wells trying to find his winger, Diamond. Diamond tries to take the ball one hand. It's knocked out of his hand, and Great Britain gain possession. Out it goes to Huddart. Huddart onto Terry. Terry trying to burst through a tackle here is caught though. There's Carlson coming in to finish him off with Haywick down below. He plays it back to Huddart again. Huddart shoots a long pass out to Terry. Terry goes with a good throw, a run here. They're going for him but can't get near him. He evades a tackle after tackle. He's setting sail now for the Australian line. He'll go in. A beautiful try by the big burly English forward Albert Terry. Wonderful individual effort but some poor tackling there by the Australians. Here's Fraser's kick at goal. And the flags are up. Great Britain go further ahead, leading by 12 points to 2. Wells sees a chance to break through, but the defence is too good. He's caught from side on. Plays it back to Mossop. On to Provan. Provan runs through, gets a pass outside to O'Shea, who cuts out 2 or 3 players, gets his pass away again out to Davies. Here's a good attack by the Australians. Out it goes again. Marsh bursting his way through with the ball. Inside to Provan. They'll score here. Provan flying for the line. Australia's first try coming up. There's Provan placing the ball underneath the posts. An easy kick for Clifford. Australia with their first try. There's the kick. And the flags are up. Out across to Haywick. Haywick then dummies, gets his pass outside to Carlson. Carlson held up and crashed down to the ground. Plays it back to O'Shea. Goes through hard and straight. He runs into a solid tackle then by Corrales, who met him head on. He plays the ball back to Carney. Back to Holman. Holman sees a chance here. Goes darting through. A little kick. He's flying after it, and Australia will score again as Holman races after the ball. He dives at it and goes in for a try. Australia fighting back grandly now. Here's Clifford stepping in. There's the kick. It's straight between the posts. And the score is 14 points to 12. Great Britain leading. Carney now dummy half. Back it goes to Cunny, throws a long pass out to Marsh. Marsh's pass goes astray here. The direction of the play changes down to the showground side. A chance here as Moyer goes flying through. He's tackled after he gets rid of the ball. The ball's higher to the air. Fraser can't pick up the bounce. Moyer gathers speed again, goes for the ball, just misses it. A chance here. The crowd half waiting for the referee's whistle to go, but it's picked up by Fraser, who hesitated a moment himself, decided to keep running, and then Great Britain swings straight into the attack again with a chance for them to score here. Here's Clifford racing across, trying to cover Sullivan, but Sullivan straight down the wing will go in the corner. He scored all right, and with Australia almost scoring, Great Britain saw that chance and have scored again. There's the kick by Southwood as Fraser was injured for a few moments. It fails, but Great Britain has gone to a commanding lead of 25 points to 12. Plays the ball back now to Harris. Harris a dummy half with a good pass out to Corrales. A quick pass then out to Sullivan. Sullivan flies down the wing.
For 6 Australians, Clifford, O'Shea, Carney, Haywick, Davies and Holman, it was to be their last Test match. It was the mother and father of a hiding for the Australians, a team who had temporarily lost their way along the path to glory in the face of spectacularly good opposition.
40 points to 17.
So 40 minutes and Jeff Stevenson...
When the Australians started the Ashes campaign at Station Road, Swinton in 1959, only centre Harry Wells and second rower Rex Mossop were left from the 1958 third Test team. But more importantly, the team encompassed a host of new faces, players who would have become legends in rugby league. Australia won the first Test 22 points to 14, a victory that gave the Kangaroos a great start in their bid to regain the Ashes. Now to this, the second Test, a superb match played on a sticky field at famous Headingley, Leeds. Eddie Waring, doyen of British League broadcasters, takes up the action.
To Great Britain for obstruction on Southwood after he had kicked. So it's the first attacking position to Great Britain. And what's going to happen? Are they going to take the tough penalty? Yes. Yes, he's only 5 yards away. He's only tapping the penalty. Try to get up on the burst. And Robinson goes close. And it's a try. It is a try to John Robinson. Well, what a dramatic opening. John Robinson, the Leeds forward, back in his home ground to score the first try for Great Britain within a minute of the start. Left leg, right on the touchline side, 3-0 at the moment. But he's wide, he's pulled his shot, but that puts Great Britain 3 points, Australia 0 after, well, 1 minute's play practically. And it's offside to Stevenson of the scrum. And referee Gelder points very clearly in what direction the kick has got to be taken. And Barnes is going to have a shot at goal. It's a good shot, and it looks to me to be in, and it is. Well, it shows the dourness of this test, the fact that so far we've only had 5 points. 3 of those for Great Britain, 2 for Australia. Harry Wells, now this is the might of Wells. What a great century. Oh, and he's still going. What a great run.
But Harry is very, very hard to pull down. He's so strong, so, you know, not that he was slow. If he was slow, you could probably pull him down. You know, let him go and turn around and catch him, but you couldn't afford to turn around and try and catch him because he had the speed and he had everything going for him, you know, ball ability, could sidestep off both feet, could fend very strongly off both hands. What more can you want from a footballer?
A bit of pushing and shoving, but it was Vine and Rasmussen. 2 yards short for Great Britain, but the Australian tackling is really something. Bolton, Ashton, this is a chance. It's boxed over. It boxed it into the try, and it's an excellent try by Neil Fox with the overlap created by Eric Ashton turning inside to Neil Fox. And it's Australia on the attack, and of course Australia in their typical dark shirts, green and gold. Whose ball? Australia. Now this is danger. This is danger. And it's a try under the post. And it's a try under the post for Australia for Brian Carlson. And this is a vital kick, and it's an easy kick. And it's in.
A new word was buzzing through the league world during the enormously exciting Ashes campaign. Gasnier, Reg Gasnier, the mercurial, majestic centre, was the new sensation of world football.
England further behind, 6 points to 10 in a great Australia run by Gasnier, and a long pass out to Brian Carlson. Great Britain ball, Australia ball, and a strong run of this fella Clay. Take no notice of his bald head. He's got a very lively footballer, and England are spread eagle at this moment, and there's an overlap on the far side. Gasnier, and he'll take by Carlson, but it's a forward pass. It's a forward pass, it's no good, it's forward pass. It's, the ball's over the line, but it's no try. The referee has given a forward pass. Now this is something that Stevenson can do from the base of the scrum, if they can get the ball. Now that ball possession is so vital. Muir to put it in, which is a disadvantage for England. Right under the post, you can see the post there. And it's a try! It's a try! It's a try under the post to John. It must be to Johnny Whiteley, the loose forward, from Stevenson. It's Johnny Whiteley and Stevenson. It's a try. Surely he can't miss it unless he slices. He's kicked it. So that's Great Britain in front now by 11 points to 10. Stevenson will come blind, the short side. And it's time,
At Headingley, the Kangaroos did everything but win a thrilling game.
By 1 point, 11 points to 10. Stevenson a long pass, but a doubtful one. Sullivan.
Now to the third test, played at Wigan on another muddy field, but this time under the direction of the infamous British referee, Sergeant Major Eric Clay. It was a drab slogging match, battled out mainly in the forwards, a game in which the three-quarter lines were largely ornamental. The third international also marked the test debut of Johnny Raper. Eddie Waring again picks up the story.
Will he get it? Yes, he's got it. Referee Clay can't hold that back. Who's ball? Oh, it's Australia and Raper. Raper, there's a chance here for Australia at the corner. But it's passed inside to Robinson. Well, that was a let-up. Oh, another scrap. Another bit of an effort going on in the middle, but... Oh, well, nobody played the ball there, but Australia knocked it on. It's a scrum down. And a bit of rolling around, and it's not roly-poly stuff. This time it's Wilkinson. Wilson. Oh, and he's given a penalty to Australia. So this is an easy chance, or a reasonably easy chance, for Keith Barnes to bring the score to 4 points to 2. Keith Barnes had a very successful tour, been a very good goal kicker. This is not beyond him at all. 4-0 at the moment for Great Britain. And it's in the middle, I think, and it's 4 points to 2. Fox. A nice kick over. Who can race it? A white or a white. And it's a try. It's a try to Great Britain by Fox. It's a try by Fox to Southwood and McTighe, and Stevenson comes in to give him their enjoyment of the first try of the game. 2 points if he kicks the goal. And the flags are up, so Britain lead by 13 points to 2. 20 yards from the Great Britain line. Trying a goal here would open the game up. Well, going up. No, Gasnier. Oh, it's a try! A great try by Johnny Raper. Johnny Raper scored. Keith Barnes to kick a goal. And it's a go.
Britain had led all the way, and what thrills there were came late in the afternoon. At 15-7, Reg Gasnier set up one of the great tries of Test football, a try so good that even Waring was left searching for superlatives.
for Australia. Well played, a great try by, it's trying to go down behind the post for a goal. Well, that's a very good try indeed.
It was a classic touchdown, but not quite enough to rescue the Kangaroos.
He went right behind to get near for the kick and go, to be easier for Barnes. Well, that is Gasnier, and just confirmed all I've been saying on the Australian side. Use Gasnier, use Wells, and we not only get great football, but get points. Well, this opens the game wide up if he kicks it, and he does.
Britain wrapped it up in the dying minutes when a handling error, capitalised on by Whiteley, brought a try for winger Ike Southwood.
Well, even the home spectators are saying give it to Gasnier after that. Oh, the excellent score! Great Britain scored the match. Well, what a dramatic finish for Southwood. Scrum down, as the referee indicates by putting his hands together over his head to indicate a scrum. Oh, Moore and Stevenson having a bit of push and bother. Now, what's going on here? Moore and Stevenson. Moore is the two little scrum halves, the two Polish fellas on the field having a bit of bad. Oh, and it's a penalty to Great Britain because the Australians wouldn't pass. Certainly a lot of fog and cloud over the ground. We can see that he's missed it. He's missed the goal. But the whistle goes.
There was agreement afterwards that this was the Ashes series that got away from Australia. Amazingly, this British triumph signalled the start of a long drought for Great Britain football. It was a chastened Australian team which left for the World Cup late in 1960. The Aussies came home empty-handed but extracted a degree of success in beating the French in the first game and then the Kiwis to set up this last round confrontation against Great Britain. It was a tough English side featuring men like Vince Cornelius, Derek Turner and Brian McTeague.
And he throws a long shot, but Keith Barnes will take it cleanly, and he's running. Keith is not going to kick against this wind, and he's got a very nice pass into Gasnier. Gasnier's coming flashing down the middle, and Gasnier's away on his own. He's got to be good, he's got him back off the Bowden, and Sullivan takes it for Bowden. It was a great run by Gasnier, and a great effort by Bowden. Sullivan speed just for Bowden. It's a lot of bats playing the ball. Brian Shaw, Cornelius a long one, and it's to Boston, and Boston is one to beat, and Boston's into the corner for a try, the first try of the match. There is Billy Boston. Well, this flood, of course, flows as fast as the player down. McGee, Cornelius, inside to Murphy. Murphy going nicely away, looking for Sullivan. Sullivan takes it. Sullivan will go into the corner. Sullivan's into the corner. Sullivan in the corner. Australian Tony Brown. Tony Brown breaking away. Yes, Tony Brown. He's looking for Harry Wells. He's looking for Carlton. It's in Mr. Carlton. Carlton's into the corner. Carlton's in for the first try. And a very, very good try indeed made by Tony Brown. And that puts Australia back into the picture. That's BK number 11. And away goes Rasmussen. This is another chance for Australia. Barrymore going. And well tackled by Boston. Well, Australia are getting on top. Well, I don't mean that. They've got 10 points lead, 10 points to 3. And left to play according to our watch is a couple of minutes. And it's time.
In the cavernous depths of the Odsal Stadium in Bradford, the English successfully bottled up the Australians' match-winning centre pairing of Gasnier and Wells, winning a slogging game by 7 points.
In this rather sensational match by 10 points to 3.
On the Sydney Premiership front, the most remarkable story of them all was in full swing. It began in the spring of 1956. A club record of 61,987 packed the Sydney Cricket Ground and saw St George battle the odds and take the grand final over Balmain 18 points to 12. No one realised what lay ahead, and now, years later, it's hard to believe that St George achieved what they did in the decade that followed. Never in the history of the game, or probably any game, has there been such a domination by one team. For 11 successive seasons, St George won the premiership, standing astride the competition like giants. Along the way, they churned out a production line of champion players, men who provided the backbone of Australia's eventual domination of international league. Gasnier, Raper, Walsh, Clay, Carney, Lumsden, Ryan, King, Smith, Langland, Wilson, and of course Big Norm Sticks Provan, seen here caked in mud and bathed in glory after leading his beloved Saints to another premiership victory over the main pretenders to the Dragon throne in the 60s, Western Suburbs, captained by Arthur Summons. They were the men who did so much to take Australia down the glory trail, even as they were leading St George down the same track. The Great Britain touring team of '62 epitomised the very best of English football. Players like Alex Murphy, who terrorised the Australian defence in this, the second test, as Britain walked the stage. It was Murphy who struck the decisive blow at 10-5 in the second half.
Murphy dummies, but he's through, and Murphy scores under the post. Almost under the post. Gasnier, put on.
Britain wrapped up the Ashes in this test in Brisbane after whipping the Aussies in the first 31 points to 12. Murphy later left the field on a stretcher, but it was too late. Australia could make little leeway.
The attack beautifully drew the cover defence and sent Irvine in for Australia's try. Poynton back to Ashton. Ashton attempts a field goal. It's there. 17 points to 5. Summons to Smith to Banks. Gill. Pick to Lumsden. Infield to Summons. Barnes now. Carson. To Irvine. Irvine flying for that corner.
Arthur Summons' resourceful solo try late in the second test served only to make the score a little more respectful.
Summons racing for the post. Summons goes in. It's 17 points to 8. Well, Summons thoroughly deserved that try. He's been a great trier for the Australian side. He's made several smart bursts. He's been round the legs of the Great Britain players most of the day.
There was joy for Australia in the remarkable third test in Sydney a fortnight later. A thrilling international that saw Australia get home by 1 point, 18 points to 17. Those who saw that game will never forget Irvine's winning goal from the touchline.
32 points to 12, and the second test at Lang Park this afternoon in Brisbane by 17 points to 10.
And so to the 11th Kangaroos of 63-64, judged by history and those who saw them as arguably the finest touring team of them all. The first test at Wembley was a triumph, a 28 points to 2 drubbing of the Lions by Australia. This, the second at Swinton, November 9, 1963, was the test that really turned the tide. What a performance! Although England were the first to draw blood, they were soon overwhelmed by Australia's brilliance, and there followed a procession of tries.
Howard's a very popular lad here, of course, he plays for Swinton, and we're on the Swinton ground. Myler, another drop pass, oh, Gasnier's in for a brilliant try. A drop pass and Gasnier's in. Cornered, Langlands, away goes Langlands, and away goes Harrison, but Cornelius just gets him. But this is signs of things to come. Australia lead in 5 points to 3 and very much in the ball possession. This is a chance. Irvine's into the corner. Irvine must be in round the back of the post. He must be for the second try, and Irvine's in. A great try. Easy for Australia and Irvine. Ian Walsh, Barry Moore, Johnny Raper, and Thornator, and push them up. And away goes Peter Diamond. Well, almost the touch line, the 25 line, and Australia moving the ball about very sensibly. Ashton, incidentally, is on the wing. Earl Harrison. And Langlands must be in. Langlands in for the third try. Langlands in for the third try. Well, there's the mighty point scorer of the Australian side. Tries and goals become alike to Graham Langland. Murphy upended Moore. He cornered. Sullivan and Harrison went in for Sullivan there. And safe from the play of the ball. And it's a lovely pass. And away goes Langland. Nobody's going to catch him. Nobody's going to catch Langland. A beautiful dummy try. What a beautiful dummy try by Langland, the star of this tour. Brilliant football by the St. Joe's player from Wollongong. I saw him playing down in Wollongong on one tour, and I never thought we should see him playing such brilliant football as he has done on this tour and is doing today. All the Australians have to do now is to play correct football, keep the ball moving, and they could get a record score for an England match. Oh, and Gasnier's in again. Gasnier's in again. It's supposed to be. It's so simple. And Morgan is on the ground. Gasnier goes in to make it 21. 3 goals. Well, he seems to punt it. He's kicked it again. He seems to stab at it. So it's 23-3. And Johnny Raper sidestepping. And Irvine must go. Irvine must go. It's a debacle. Irvine must go. Irvine must go. Oh, the overlap. And Kelly's going on his own and going in on his own. Well, Kelly on his own. How simple can it be? If Ashton comes back, if I was him, I would... I don't know that I'd come back if I was him. I'd go home and have a cup of tea, I think. He'd enjoy that better than he'll enjoy this lot. There must be a penalty.
As usual, Gasnier was in the thick of things, either scoring himself or setting them up.
Reg is a very easy person to play with. He's not greedy. He always positions you, always gives you plenty of room to move in.
Get it, boys. Up you go. Oh, they're going to score. This fellow will score. Irvine, nobody will catch him. Manchester November, Andy Capresos can catch this fella. He's in. Number 17. Gasnier. China zone and almost doing it. If Watson takes him. A long one. Kende. And gets it back into Kelly. To Langland. This is the boy who's been doing all the damage in the first half. The overlap here. Ian Walsh. Johnny Raper sailing for the middle. Gasnier's coming up in support. And it's a beautiful take pass by Gasnier. Brilliant football by the Australians, no doubt about it. Playing good football right on the Great Britain line, and Great Britain get it. To get the ball, that's some salvation. Oh, and he's lost it. Oh dear. They're giving the Christmas presents away earlier, these boys, and in he goes.
Further tries to Peter Diamond and wonder Earl Harrison wrapped up Australia's incredible 50-12 whitewash of the old enemy. In all, a record 12 tries came that day. The Ashes were ours and would soon be brought home in triumph from England for the first time in over 60 years. November 30, 1963, under a sullen sky at Headingley, Australia geared for a clean sweep. Britain, stunned by the events at Swinton, were out to salvage some lost pride. But this test was not to be a demonstration of rugby league skills. Referee Eric Clay handed out cautions running into double figures. There were flashpoints galore. Australia finished the game with 10 men, 2 sent off, 1 carried off. Britain ended up with 12, 1 also banished. It was an ugly and controversial game.
Capable of kicking it, and he does. Referee Clay having a word with Noel Kelly and Roberts. Noel Kelly is being told pretty straight, any trouble, and they'll be off. Eric Clay doesn't stand any nonsense. In fact, at this moment, thanks to all the letters I've had from Australia. Glad to hear from you. Keith Holden, Langland, and there's a fight on here. There's a fight on here. Number 3, Langland and Holden. Langland there on the right, and no, I beg your pardon, Holden on the right. Oh no, he's bringing Irvine in. However, Irvine made Ian Walsh the middleman. I'm saying he's getting near to trouble stakes. Oh dear. There we go. Now this is now here we go now. Dear. Now then on the right. Oh, somebody must walk now. Somebody. Referee Eric Clay, unless there's so many of them. Hambley has been sent off. Hambley is sent off. Brian Hambley forward is being sent off. Langland is being cautioned, and Australia left with 12 men. 16 minutes gone, and away goes Hambley to the dressing room. And it's Great Britain ball advantage. Don Fox. Holden inside, and there's a chance for Ward. Ward's over for a try. Johnny Ward, the hooker. Well, that crowd are going mad. Johnny Raper moving nicely. Raper, ex-policeman from Kenny Irvine in for a try. Kenny Irvine in for a try. Yes. Long on to Bolton. And it's a kick for Stopford in a change of direction. Obviously a planned move. And it's a try! It's a try! It's a try, it's a planned move, and it's a try. There he is, John Stopford. Referee just might have given Australia a penalty there, but they don't want a penalty with 2 minutes to go to half-time. They want the ball. Oh, somebody trod on somebody's foot. This is Cliff Watson, and you saw that, all right, and Cliff Watson hit in with his knee, and you saw that quite plain, and the touch is on to say the same thing, and it'll be a shot at goal by Langland. And he's kicking it, it's in all right. Go on your own, son. And Smith ran. Oh, they're on our right here. There's a bit of it on our right. Oh, there now. Peter Diamond, one of them, Watson the other. The referee's going to have a word with Red Gasnier. The referee's having a word with the touch judge. All in wrestling. Oh, Barry Moore on the blind and a chance for Diamond. Aye. Johnny Raper. And Cliff Watson has been sent off. Cliff Watson, number 10's going off there. He has been sent off for a knee tackle, and there's number 10, Cliff Watson, who got his trial after watching television. It's 12 men all. It's quite dark outside, really. The picture's a lot better than... He's going to have a kick, is Bolton, and it's almost an up and under, but there's nobody there. Oh, yes, it is. Missed there for a try. Missed there for a try. Cornet missed it. Oh, there, you can't do that, there. Now then, the referee, he was kicking at the ball, so they say, but he's sent off. He's sent off as Barry Moore. Barry Moore, has he? Yes, he's been sent off. Barry Moore, third man sent off. And Barry's, somebody wrote to me about him calling in a banana bender. I think it was a leg bender there. And the crowd, is still going up. I hope there's enough soap in that bath. It's going to be... Well, that's 3 of them. No, that's not fair, though. There's 2-1 now. 2 Australians to 1 in the bath.
The ball came out of the scrum, and see, Barry was beaten to the ball. He couldn't get his hands to it, so he's put the slipper in, and he was either head or ball. He didn't care what he kicked. And straight away, the referee had no hesitation but to send him off. So here's Barry, and Barry is one that really gets excited. And he didn't know what to do, and he turned around, and there's Noel Kelly standing there somewhere. And he says, "What do I do, Noel?" And Noel told Barry what to say to the referee. So Barry kept saying it and repeating himself and repeating himself. And then he said, "No, what do I do now, Noel?" And Ned says, "Say it to him again, Barry." And so Barry said it to him again and again and again. And the funny part of it is that Barry, he went to the sideline, and then the crowd started in a Barry. So there was a bucket of water there, so Barry up with the bucket of water, and he threw it into the crowd, and then he's over the fence, and they had to pull Barry off because Barry was fighting the crowd. So he was in such a frame of mind, he wanted to fight anything he could see.
On Buckley. Buckley had a very good game. Chance for Gasnier here. Chance for Gasnier, chance for Diamond. And chance is in. Oh no! Well tackled, Tommy Smales, desperate leg tackle. Well, movement has been terrific from one end of the field to the other. Well picked up, Buckley. Excellently picked up. Well taken, Fox. Stopped it outside inside to Fox again, and Fox it in for a great try. What a try by Fox. Brilliant. Well, we've had enough to send enough for one day, so we don't want any more. And the whistle's going to go for time. All good piles.
The final score, 16 points to 5 in favour of the home side. Australia's bid for the clean sweep had failed. Nevertheless, the Australian ascendancy was in full cry, laying the foundation stone for 20 years of dominance, which was only occasionally to be challenged.
What a sensational match.
Australia and Great Britain duelled again for the Ashes on the afternoon of July 23, 1966. Great Britain, led by Brian Edgar, had rocked Australia by taking the first test 17-13. Now to this, the second in Brisbane. A fierce, unsavoury match, tryless and tough.
As the cover defence maintains a high standard. Tempers are beginning to flare as the Kangaroos switch the point of attack, and the rival packs are having a tense, bruising battle. Britain are ruled offside, a penalty to Australia and a great chance for Keith Barnes. It's there, and the Kangaroos lead 2-0. Watson on a typical crashing run carries tacklers with him as he makes it to Australia's territory. The 26-year-old prop forward plays the ball to Bishop, the smallest player on the field. He's taken head high by Langlands and lashes out in retaliation. The Kangaroos eagerly accept the challenge, and there's some heavy tackling and heated exchanges under the pressure of the hard struggle. Referee Pearce orders 22-year-old second rower Bill Ramsey from the field on a charge of kicking after 4 minutes of the second half. Ramsey is playing in his first Anglo-Australian test, and with his dismissal, Britain's winning chances diminish. Wrigglesworth dashes into Australia's 25 before being taken by Barnes and King. With a chance to apply pressure, the pacey halves take over. Hardesty sending to Bishop, who short kicks over the line, only to be late tackled by Wittenberg, and Britain is awarded a penalty. Making no mistake, Keegan takes the tourists to a 4-2 lead. They soon lose advantage as Bishop is penalised for not putting the ball in straight, and Barnes, who kicked 5 goals in the first test, has a golden opportunity. It's there, and the scores are again levelled at 4-all. Lornette sends King away, and he's in the clear, but close to the line is claimed by Watson and Keegan. Breaking out of tackles, Mantle spearheads a British counter-offensive into Australia's territory. On to Burgess, but he's grasped by Smith. Sweeping play back to the forwards. Lynch makes ground before sending to Kelly, and Britain are in trouble. They're ruled offside, a couple of yards outside their 25, well within match-winning distance for Barnes. Remaining, Australia leads 6-4. Lynch breaks away down the centre, but he's leapt upon by Myler and taken to earth. The end is only seconds away as Walsh passes to Greaves. Bishop quickly moves in to dump the 13-stone centre, heralding another heated encounter. The hooter sounds the finish of the match. Australia winning 6-4, their first victory against Britain in Brisbane since 1950.
Unlike the second test, the decider in Sydney, played before 63,503 at the Sydney Cricket Ground, was a brilliant game of open, attacking football. Ken Irvine was the star in a match tinged with controversy and featuring that football rarity, a penalty try.
Britain continue to move the ball, waiting for a lapse in defence. Their methods produce a dividend as Australia is ruled offside within kicking range for Gowers. It's there, and Britain lead 2-0 after 5 minutes. Sweeping the ball from one side of the field to the other, the Australians are closing on Britain's line. Beating Brook, Greaves drives over the 25, carrying tacklers with him. The Kangaroos use the open side. Smith to Gleeson, on to Beatson, who crashes through Buckley and dispatches a perfect pass to Irvine, who goes over. It's Irvine's 10th try in Anglo-Australian tests, creating a record he previously shared with Reg Gasnier and Britain's Billy Boston. Unlike their pattern of play in Brisbane, the Australians open up the game. Smith to Beatson. With Gowers out of position, Beatson kicks for left winger Johnny King. Following on, King gathers and goes in for Australia's second try. Australia goes to an 8-2 lead. The try again in slow motion. Beatson's high kick for the corner sparks off a thrilling race for the ball, with King easily outpacing Gowers and Burgess. Gleeson is held by Watson. The Queenslander plays the ball to Walsh, on to Thornett, then Wittenberg to Lynch, but the lock forward can't hold the pass. Swooping on the loose ball, Diamond is kicked in the back by Watson, sparking off a fierce exchange. Smith pushing Flanagan to the ground. Before any further damage is done, referee Pearce confers with linesman Godfrey at left and Alexander, who report the incident. Diamond is still on the ground as Pearce orders Watson from the field. Showing surprise at the decision, Watson slowly begins the long walk to the dressing room. And for the second successive test, Britain has to play a man short. The Kangaroos are poised for attack, but Lynch's pass to Johns is intercepted by Hardesty, and he's away with the line open. Greaves goes after him in a hopeless chase, and Hardesty scores under the post. Britain are now within 3 points of their rivals. The Kangaroos burst through Thornett, sending to Wittenberg, who's held by Flanagan, but slips the ball to Johns on the burst. Across to Irvine, who fails to take cleanly, but recovers to go in for a try. The British players dispute the referee's ruling of a rebound, claiming a knock-on. Bishop in particular being vigorous in his protests. Watch closely as the try is shown again. Here it is from yet another camera angle. Was it a knock-on? After seeing these pictures, the referee confirmed a fair try. What do you think? Walsh to Smith, on to Thornett, then Lynch, who pivots as the defence hangs off. Straightening up, Lynch crosses for a quick-thinking try that could seal Britain's fate. Winning the ball, Britain come back in exciting fashion. Bishop whipping a pass to Edgar, who sends Hardesty away. Kicking and following on, Hardesty is illegally tackled by Johns as the ball goes over Australia's line. Referee Pearce makes league history by awarding a penalty try, the first to be given in Anglo-Australian tests. Gowers easily converts. Greaves is halted by Bishop, and Gowers close to the 25. Acclaimed in many quarters as the world's best dummy half, Walsh sends to Gleeson, on to Thornett, then Johns, whose well-timed pass sends Irvine flying for the corner, and the winger's over for his third try. The second time he's accomplished the feat in test against Britain. Smith to Wittenberg as Bishop leaps up to deliver a head-high tackle, and restraint is forgotten as tempers explode. Watching the centre as an Australian forward measures Robinson for a smashing right to the jaw. Robinson is down and out. Order is restored, but Britain loses some valuable time. In the closing seconds, the Kangaroos are penalised for a scrum infringement in their own half, giving Britain a dramatic chance of gaining a draw if they can score a converted try from an up and under as the hooter sounds. From about 40 yards out, Gowers prepares for the kick. The Lions charge after the ball, but it's taken by Diamond, and Australia win the match and the series to retain the Ashes. And there are congratulations all round from the British players. It's the first time the Kangaroos have defended the Ashes in Australia in 52 years, and with their success have added another chapter to the Code's history.
Australia continue the rise to supremacy through an exciting and eventful 1967 Kangaroo Tour, a campaign known forever as the Bowler Hat Tour because of an incident that may or may not have happened. In the pretty Yorkshire town of Ilkley one wintry night, legend has it that an Australian forward paraded in a bowler hat and nothing else. Until 1988, no one had ever owned up, although the irrepressible Johnny Raper now and then dined out on the story, even though he wasn't the man in question. In a television interview in Queensland of September 88, big forward Dennis Monteith claimed that he was the man in the bowler hat. But more importantly to this, the first test at Headingley in October 1967. It was a thoroughly entertaining game, although it was coupled with drama. Australia had a man sent off. Captain Reg Gasnier limped off at the close with a cracked bone in his leg, and Johnny Raper played the major portion of the second half with a fractured jaw.
Indeed, running very well indeed, and Great Britain in trouble. It'll be a drop by Lockenbleth Johns. No go, but it was a drop. Fourth tackle. Good big crowd in this first test, which all touring teams want to win the first test. I know how important it is. This could be a try, Gasnier interception, could be a long one. And a vertical try by Johnny King. He's given a forward pass. The referee has given a forward pass to the astonishment of King. He's given a forward pass, and Gasnier's arguing with him. The referee gave a forward pass. It was I would like to say I was not in a direct line with Johnny King. He's not in his head, and so is Gasnier. It certainly was a brilliant piece of work by Gasnier and King, certainly deserving of a try, but not one was given. And Kelly seems to be doing pretty well with the ball, but it's a chance if he can take it, can a bit. Oh, brilliant tackle by King and Gasnier. What a killing tackle for well run Chris Young. That could have either been a try. There's a bit of a soft surface grease, but the ground is excellent condition, but it's turning a little. Twice England have been close. Great Britain, of course. Drop goal. And a drop goal with 2 points. Tommy Bishop, the drop goal. Tommy Bishop, the volatile little fellow from St. Helens. Bill Holiday, watch the interception. Oh, he's got out of the Young. Can Young go fast? Young, can Young go? Can Young beat John? Can Young beat John? John, he's going down the post for a belting try. Rasmussen, he's been here before, he's a big lad, about 18 and a half stone. Elton Rasmussen, Billy Smith, Johnny Gleeson. He's in, Johnny Gleeson's in, he must be, somebody must be, Graham Langland's in. For the first try, Graham Langland, Johnny Gleeson got the break, and he might have got himself, but he let it go to the fellow Graham Langland. Australia very confident again now with only a margin of 2 points. And offside, almost in front of the post. Offside against Great Britain. A chance for Langlands to kick a goal from an easier position that he kicked it a few minutes ago. And equalised it 7-7. And Kelly getting the ball. But he's not very... All right, Roger Millward's in under the post. Roger Millward's in under the post. Roger Millward got a sensational try when Australia messed around with it. This was the man that a lot of people thought should have toured Australia last year with the 1966 touring team, wasn't selected, but he's very happy to be in the side today. Irving of Oldham. Boos and, sarcastic cheers from the crowd. He thinks that, they think the penalty situation and that particular incident should have been for Great Britain. And it's a penalty for Australia. So Langland should kick a goal here to bring it down to 12-9. If he kicks it. It's a goal. Well, it was a bit of a flap, but it only just went. But it will count as 2 points, 12 points to 9. Oh, well done it, Flanagan. Bill Holiday. Millward. Well, nay. It's been sent off. It's been sent off. An Australian player, I think, has been sent off. And he's out. Is he out? Well, he's on the floor. There is it a penalty. Anybody going off? Yes, he's been sent off. We'll have a look at him. Been sent off. Well, Dennis Monty playing in his first Test match against Great Britain. Roger Millward, all right with his trousers. Well done, Bishop. Well done, Bishop. Help him up. Well done, Bishop. Oh, he's getting Bishop offside. The referee has given Bishop offside. Oh, well. Langland straight kick. The goal. 16 points to 11. Over 3 minutes extra time in Australia, they have timekeepers. The dummy. Dance. And the whistle's going off the time. And
The Headingley hoodoo had surfaced yet again. Australia being beaten 16-11. Tragically, Gaznia's injury marked the end of a glorious Test career.
In a brilliant second half, fighting all the time.
White City Stadium, November 3, 1967, and Australia one down in the series. The Roos were against the odds without the services of the Super Saints, Gaznia, Smith and Raper through injury. Yet, with their third-choice captain Peter Gallagher at the helm, Australia was to upset all predictions.
Australia, a tremendous lot of impetus to start opening the game up. And the referee is calling somebody out to have a word with. Irving away in the far side, we're away up in the, that's right, Irving, we're away in the judges' box, well up on the main stand of the White City, and a chance for the first score of the match, with Langlands to take the first kickable penalty. Langlands, a pretty good goal kicker, kicked a lot of goals in important football. And it's kicked one now to put Australia up by 2 points to 0. Brunling, 17 dummy half. Quarter of an hour gone, Australia leading 2 points to 0 and attacking well. Langman's looking well. It's inside. It dropped the ball. Well, that's really hard lines. It was a very, very good effort, but dropped the ball. Gleeson dropped the ball and under the sticks. 10 yards out, Great Britain's most dangerous attack, and the Australians are aware of it. We're going to have a drop. Bishop's going to have a drop, and he dropped it successfully to make the scores equal. 2 to Great Britain, 2 to Australia. Getting very close to half-time. There's a chance for it. It's 40 minutes now, but with a lot of extra injury time, it's down to 40 minutes. There'll be a lot of powerhouse stuff by the Australian forward in the early part. It's away. Chance for getting the ball inside Ron Coote. Bishop. Now roaring at little Tommy Bishop, 5 yards out. He's over for a try, he's over for a try. The little fella played it forward. Delighted little chap played it forward while the Australians were waiting for the heel back. The man to feed, and it's penalty to Australia. Bishop putting the ball in his own forward's feet. According to referee Lindup. Graham Langlands. Flags are up. 7 points to 4. 20 minutes left in the second half of the second test. He's getting in the clear, and a chance for an Australian try here. Oh, he missed the pass inside. He should have given it to King, I think. But he's put Australian in an attacking position. Going to use the strength of the forwards. Elton Rasmussen will take some holding. Peter Gallagher's possibly in. A yard out. Great Britain defending well, but Australia pushing all their might into this. Only 1 try margin. Great Britain in trouble, and he's waving the fact that there are 4 tackles to go because the Great Britain player touched the ball. He's wiping the slate clean. He's in for a try. He's in for a try. He's in. He's coming pretty heavily too. And it's a penalty to Great Britain for Gleeson putting the ball in his own forward's feet. Number 11. Doesn't like it, but Neil Fox has a chance of putting Great Britain back into the lead. That's how it looks from our angle and your angle and his angle, and 2 points. With Great Britain in the lead by just 2 points. And a penalty for Bishop not retiring. So a chance for Langlands to equalise the score. Langland kicks it. As we were again. Great Britain 9 points. Australia 9 points. The tactics will be to push it up in the air. Oh, he did not score. Dropped the ball, he's into the goal. Langland's number 1. Pitch to the full back. And it's a good goal. I said up and under. Then up and under, it could be. Oh, brilliantly taken. 10 yards, 11 yards out, Great Britain fighting desperately to save this match. Millward and the referee having a word with Gleeson for that tackle on Millward, who for the second test match it out. Flanagan comes up to point who done it, and the referee having a word with Gleeson for it, but a penalty at this stage is really no good to Great Britain. White kicked it, so 11-14, 1 try, and we'll have to count you down on the time for the end of, towards the end of the match, injury time apart. Great Britain 11, Australia 14, 1 try the margin. Australia getting the ball. Too. Then there. Damn it! It's in for it. It's in. It's in. It's in. Referee, give it a try. The referee has given a try. If it's a try, the referee has given a try. Neil Fox. Brooke and McDonald. McDonald had a very good game. Brooke number 3 for Great Britain. Twice went desperately close to scoring when Great Britain needed the try. And the whistle goes for time, with Australia taking the second test by 17 points to Great Britain 11. So now it's 1-1, and the third to be decided at Swinton on December 9th. This is a tremendous moment for the Australians.
Now for the decider, staged in treacherous Arctic-like conditions in the snow and ice at Swinton, December 9, 1967. Conditions that would surely have favoured the home 13.
From Australia to join them, Johnny King and Elton Musson, the Dennis Monteith, Peter Gallagher behind, Graham Langland, who's doing all this malarkey. Half of them don't know what it's all about, but it looks very good. And Ned Kelly, who's done it dozens and dozens of times, and it's in the middle. Both Dave Robinson straight in for the tackle, and that's the only way to get up onto Billy Smith. Billy Smith 13. And little Tommy Bishop's having to do the tackling at the moment, and he should be doing. It's up to the forwards to do the tackling and the kick and the chase, and it's no good letting it bounce. It can be troublesome. It can be troublesome. This is Great Britain mustn't let the ball down at all if they can help it. This is Australia putting in the first concerted attack, and they're obviously going to kick for the wings. That's going to be the tactic. Les Johns was the extra wing on the far side. Johnny Raper is there again outside Johnny King. This fellow Raper is a great move forward. He's the captain of the day, Cliff Watson, Bill Holiday. Not a good pass. This is the sort of thing that's likely to happen all over the place. Roger Millward, first time he's touched the ball. Oh, and Roger Millward obstructed obviously. So silly. It wasn't near enough for him to score a try, but referee Lindop's getting a report from the touches, so it'll be a penalty. Let's hope he referee is having a word and with Coot. No go. Great for long one. He's a good border, this fellow Coot. He's always moving up on the ball, and he's a pretty lively footballer. This is trouble. This fella can go. This fella can go, and he's going. Song to McDonald. It is touch, just well taken indeed by Keegan. Great Britain 0, Australia 0. 15 minutes gone in the first half. Coot again.
Ron Coot, at the beginning of an illustrious Test career, was a revelation in this Test. A lean, hungry destroyer, bound for bigger things.
Britain defending. Smith Raper. Oh, Raper's flashing the opening out beautifully. Listen. No score. Australia looking very strong. Gallagher. This should be a try. And it's a try, a first try of the match, and a very good try scored by Ron Coot, the best forward so far, along with Raper. Tremendously exciting, hard match. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Rasmussen's gone without the ball, and he can't get it because he's got his shirt. They'll play like tigers now, having got away from the clutches of a chance of a 1 point, which has made an awful lot of difference. 3-2 is a lot different to 3-0 in any language. Raper. Raper showing him that ball and beautifully going through, and Coot should the yard out, but he jumps up, and all from this Watson off, if you're wondering where he was, which we saw him in the first half and didn't stay on at half time. Off with an injured shoulder, you've got to go on your own, and you've only got a hooker with you. Well done, what a great sidestep of this hooker fellow is. Hey, good lad. So he's losing the ball. This is what Great Britain are doing, and it's proving their downfall and probably ending disaster. 35 yards from the Great Britain line. Britain in a defensive position again. Tony Branson. Oh, good footballer. He could go here, could this fella? And he's going, unless he can be saved, he'll slide over, and it's a try scored by Tony Branson. He went through beautifully and slid over the last couple of yards despite a great effort to make the tackle. Great Britain in Australia 6. Well, how did he go down there? He sidestepped what? Away he goes down the middle, on his own, going in. It's tackled, but he slides over. The last yard you could see was a sliding try, but quite correct. Good try by Tony Branson. Langlands with a reasonably easy kick, and he kicks his first goal to make it 8 points to 0 for the Australian. Johnny Raper, the maestro. In on the burst, coming on the burst. Supporting play. The gates open. Good visit to forward pass, but it's a good try in the corner. Good try by Johnny King in the corner. And the gate was wide open with the long sweeping Gallagher. He got it from a move down the middle. There he is, but let's see how he made it. Away he goes, the 40-man. This is the fellow who supported it. Broke the gate open, a long one to the winger to King, who went into the corner. But he was Gallagher who broke it open, and Johnny Raper inspiring his men to this good football. Goal kick being taken by Langland. No goal. Strong runner. Johns. Mighty attacking football. Coming up on the ball. Flanagan. Don't call him a big one. He's had a good match. Well taken, Bishop. And can he go to the length of the field? They're going to chase him. Can he go? Johns is after him. Get it inside. And it's in. Well, at least it must be there. And at least it was worth waiting for. And if Meno win the match. Little Millwater, just talked about it. Great Britain 3, Australia 11. On Italy, like a lot of people's hearts. And now did he get it? Well, the little fella started. There he is. Nice dummy. Oh, beautiful run. He gets clobbered, but he got his shot in. Got buried. He's the little fella. He's a big fella going like a Ned Kelly. It's a good long one to McDonald, who might go into the corner, but taken very well indeed by Arthur Keegan again. Come on now. Now. And I think somebody's possibly being sent off. Kelly has been sent. I think it's Kelly. Kelly has been sent off. Kelly number 22 has been sent off. Kelly is walking off. He's got the early pass. Kelly will have the first spell of the hot quarter, and it's not an unusual type of my friend Noel Kelly. He got him. That's what counts. And this sort of football just shows what might have been from Great Britain. Charlie Reynolds going to the end as if the thing was just started. Alan Burwell, you've got a long way to go, Alan. But if you keep going round, and he's still doing a bit of a twist. And he goes, but on at least a good note.
In matching the performance of the history-making 1963 team, the Kangaroos had confirmed Australia's slow but relentless climb to the top of the world. And what a memorable moment for Captain Johnny Raper, a fitting end to his Test playing days against the Bombs. Australia had marched the glory road through an almost unbroken parade of great teams and great players. Reg Gasnier, the most aristocratic centre of them all. No one who saw him would ever forget that majestic vision of the Gaz in full flight, his head thrown back as he moved into top gear. Johnny Raper, amazing, a tireless bundle of energy. Arguably the greatest lock forward of all time. Brian Carlson, an instinctive footballer with a touch of genius. Noel Kelly, hard as nails, a legendary tough guy, a popular player. Peter Diamond, with the build of a burly forward. They simply don't make wingers like Diamond anymore. Ken Irvine, a winger of a very different kind, all quicksilver and flashing speed. Brian Clay, Popper was a one-man brick wall, the most feared 5'8" of all. Graham Langlands, with the huge sidestep and the fighting heart. What a football package. Johnny King, strength, good speed and a rare ability to read what was happening inside were his trademarks. Harry Wells, a blockbuster, the perfect complement to the mercurial Gasnier. What a pairing. Just a handful of the big men who really started something. Something happened that day back in 1950. A growing maturity and confidence came to Australian football. And with it came the formula for success which ultimately swept Australia past the world in the 1980s. The story of what tells so much of the background and build-up to that incredible domination. They were indeed glory years.